All right. Hello. Hello. And I'm checking to make sure my mouth and sound all add up. And I think they do. Hello, hello, and welcome in. Welcome in. We are rolling, right? I'm going to refresh that. It is Wednesday. It is time for the weekly Wednesday Warble. And this week, we're not going to have any technical difficulties. We've got 10 songs about the Olympics because it's the Winter Olympics. And Kyla loves the Winter Olympics. We have a lot of originals, probably about half and half. Probably about half and half originals and songs that I wrote and songs that I didn't write. Actually, more songs that I wrote than I didn't write. Anyway, we'll just get right to it. So I wrote this song. We're going to start with The World is Watching because I feel like this is what happens at the Olympics. The whole world is watching, and sometimes that's a lot of pressure on people. Even people who tend to not experience pressure and do really well in competition have been thrown off by their first Olympics. So it's a real thing, and that's what this song is about. And I wrote this. I'm trying to think which Olympics I wrote this during. It might have been the last Winter Olympics, actually. I think I wrote this song. There. I think I write a song every Winter Olympics. But here we go. The world is watching. What will you do in the world is watching? What will you do when you're on that stage? What's gonna go through your mind when you get there? What's gonna be your reaction? Will you breathe and get the job done? Or will you freeze and forget everything? Will you stand there, stare at the crowd and wonder why? What will you do when the world is watching? What will you do when you're on that stage? What's gonna go through your mind when you get there? What's gonna be your reaction? Will you be calm and ready to strike? Or will you listen to the voices of doubt reminding you of the people back home? And will you cry? Or will you block it all out, enter the zone and do your thing? Will you relax, let it all flow, remember your training? Come out on top of your game, on top of the world. Enjoy the ride, the euphoric high in that state of being. And when it's over, will you look back with pride and satisfaction on that moment in time? Or will you replay every error you made? What will you do when the world is watching? What will you do when you're on that stage? What's gonna go through your mind when you get there? What's gonna be your reaction? There, the world is watching. The other thing we're gonna do a lot of today is tune, because I've put new strings. I've got shiny new strings on my guitar, and I already am getting oil all over them. I've got shiny new strings on this guitar. I changed the strings yesterday during the men's biathlon relay, and the problem with putting brand new strings on a classical guitar is they take a bit of time to stretch out and settle in. So we're gonna have a bit of tuning. But the next song is another one of mine, and we're moving into the eye on the prize, basically, section. So of course, sporting events, if you're competing at a level like the Olympics, you have to have a really good practice regime. And one of the things that, of course, as a musician, we take a lot of what do you call it? Research. A lot of the research in performing and practice has been done on sports, and then the world of music just takes all of that research and applies it to music. So I may have been thinking, when I wrote this song, I still feel it was kind of a general, I'm a process, like I like a process, I like spending time on the process, and I like making process related goals. And so this is a song about such things. And oh no, well, I'm sorry you're missing the warble, Nancy, but I'm very glad that, what a wonderful thing to be missing it for. Say hi to everyone, and have a great day, and thanks for popping in and saying hello. But yeah, processes and practices and goals are very important if you plan to attend the Olympics and compete. So that's why this song is in. Production or practice without a procedure to cling to in hard times. Eye on the process, eye on the process. Tweak it, nudge it, post-mortem it. Find the places where improvements can be made. Find the bright spots. Where things are working fine. Eye on the process, eye on the process. There's no progression, production, or practice without a procedure to cling to in hard times. Eye on the process, eye on the process. Write it, carve it, and review it. It's important to keep your goals in sight and be honest. If you drop it, weigh and measure its value and its worth. For you must choose to revive or revile, revive or revile. Eye on the process, eye on the process. There's no progression, production, or practice without a procedure to cling to in hard times. Eye on the process, eye on the process, eye on the process, eye on the process. There we go, eye on the process. All right, and we're sticking, as I said, we're sticking to the eye on the prize, and we move into one of the songs that you're probably, sooner or later, I'm going to end up doing a songs Kyla does at karaoke, one of these, and this is one of my karaoke go-tos. Normally, if you see me on the Monday morning sing-song, which I do over on another channel, I have this, I do the Weird Al Yankovic parody of this song quite a bit. But this is absolutely, when I was looking for songs to sing for the Olympics, there were a handful of songs that were on every single list. Like every list I looked up about like songs about sports or things like this. This was on every single one. So here we go, a little Duran Duran for you. Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger. wander, stalks astray in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. All right, so for the next one, I'm going to do a handful of mine now. And this one I almost didn't do this one today because it's about, I was trying to go a little further in on General Olympics or Winter Olympics and not summer sports. But I kind of feel like this is one foot in front of the other. So it's a song of mine about running, and it's kind of like the sport that I do participate in. So I feel that I felt that for a theme about the Olympics, I should actually include the sporting activity that I actually do. So this is a song about marathon running, but you know, marathon running is one of those all-purpose metaphors. So I think it works for any Olympic sport, any sport. One foot in front of the other, breathe in on the count of 3, exhaling on the count of 2. Think about which part of my foot strikes the pavement with the most force. Make adjustments to my posture, focus on the task at hand, and then just run. One foot in front of the other, landing softly, lightly relaxed, keeping up a steady pace. Shoulders loose, no tension to be found. I float over my feet. My mind is clear, my mind is on the open road ahead. And I just run towards the bubble arch. They'll record the time you took. Hang a medal around your neck, then you can let your heart beat slow. One foot in front of the other, that's all that I have to do. Just keep on going, don't fade out. Did I get enough hydration? Did I get ample rest? Am I really only halfway through this? Did that marker lie? What have I done? Run toward the bubble arch. They'll have fruit and protein shakes. They will take your picture there, then you can lie down in the grass. One foot in front of the other, find my rhythm, let it take me, let it feel me down the stretch. Soaking in the atmosphere, the wind, the trees, the other runners. Let myself enjoy the moment and then just run. Past the last water station, 2K to go. Grab some high fives to pump me up for the last stretch. Energy gels consumed and loaded cups burned. I conquered the road behind me, finish lines in sight. Run towards the bubble arch. They'll record the time I took. Hang a medal So we are going to stick with race themes. So this song, I'm still writing this song, but it's lyrically and structurally complete. So I'm going to sing it for you because it's about biathlon. And we're getting into the section now. We're entering a section which are Kyla's favorite sports at the Olympics. And when I say Olympics, I mean Winter Olympics. And if I'm talking about Summer Olympics, then I will specify summer, really. For I am Canadian, and the Olympics means the Winter Olympics. And so one of my absolute favorite sports at the Winter Olympics is biathlon. And I watch biathlon year round. Well, biathlon season is on. And there are many different types of races. Like there's the mass start, there's the individual, there's the relay. But my favorite of the different types of races that they have during the biathlon is the pursuit. And so what happens in the pursuit, depending on, there's always another race before. They get together every weekend during the winter and they have a bunch of races. And I think it's usually, I think it's different tournament to tournament because they don't have every type of race. But they'll do a race like an individual or something to determine where your start point is. So if you win the individual race, you get to go first. In the pursuit, you get a head start. Welcome in, Andy. Welcome in. Good to have you in here with us. Is that right? Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm seeing very small letters, but I think there might be an Andy there. Do let me know if there's a better name to address you by. So biathlon, love biathlon. So my favorite one is the pursuit. So depending on how you did in a previous race, you get ordered. So if you finish first, then you get to take off first, and if you finish second, then you get to take off second. By and by, and it's 60 people. So it's a race with 60 participants. And Canada, we're really happy if someone finished in 58th place so we can make it into the pursuit. That's like, I'm spelling it right. Okay, perfect. Welcome in, Andy. Good to have you. So anyway, I love the pursuit. And so the thing with the pursuit is, if you're a really good biathlete, but you just had a really bad individual race, it's possible to like really move up. Like sometimes some of the really good skiers will have a bad solo run and they'll end up starting in like the 30th spot and they'll end up on the podium because they just do really well. So this song, which isn't actually finished, but I'm going to play it for you anyway, is about somebody running a pursuit race at biathlon. I might need a moment to remember how it begins. 19 places back from the starting line. Tough odds, but I can beat 'em. Someone up ahead will make a big mistake. And I can hear my coaches say, ski fast, shoot clean, that's all there is to it. It's only the butterflies that do you in. Made time up on the course, now don't take any penalties. Stay focused, stay steady, look which way the wind is blowing. If I can just ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the butterflies do you in. Shoot fast, ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the voice in your head lie to you. Halfway, moving up, back into the shooting range. Regroup, calm down, hear the crowd, they're on your side. 'Cause I might get a medal if I ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the butterflies do you in. Ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the voice in your head lie to you. Yay, yay, controls, stay ahead, I can hold the lead as long as I ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the butterflies do me in. Ski fast, shoot clean, and don't let the voice inside your head lie to you. Just one more round. Just one more round, one more shot, steady anchor, heart rate down. The race is now mine to lose. One more bullet, one more lap. Yay, 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 yay. Glance back, coast is clear, I'm first across the finish line. I gave it everything I had, with one thing growing through my mind. Ski fast, shoot clean, that's all there is to it. Shoot fast, ski fast, shoot clean, that's all there is to it. Ski fast, shoot clean, that's all there is to it. It's really all there is to it, maybe, we'll see. But there we go, there's ski fast, shoot clean. And the chorus is catchy, excellent, thank you for the medals. Thank you for the medals. And what's funny is, my husband suggested I write a song called Ski Fast, Shoot Clean, and he was like, that'd be a good song name, like write a song about biathlon called Ski Fast, Shoot Clean. And I was like, yeah, that'd be brilliant, because that is, like, that's what the sport is, ski fast, shoot clean. That's all there is to it. And then, like, the day after he said this, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write this, was we follow the biathlon union on YouTube. So, like, the day after he said this, they announced that they were putting out a series of YouTube videos called Ski Fast, Shoot Clean. But it's not a big coincidence. That's a statement that is made in the sport. But aim high, shoot low. Don't aim high and shoot low. But there we go. So that's biathlon. So that's the first of my favorite sports at the Winter Olympics. When exactly when Olympic songwriting becomes an event, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later in today's production. Hey, Q is in the house. Welcome in, Q. Good to have you in with us. Good to have you in with us. We're right at the halfway mark of today's Warble, of this week's Warble. And the theme is the Olympics. And we are now in the section in which all the songs are about my favorite sports. So this is another one of mine. And my absolute favorite sport of all time. I like a lot of sports, and I get really excited about a lot of different sports. I get very excited about biathlon. But my absolute favorite sport is hockey. And there was a thrilling Canada-Czechia in the men's hockey today at the Olympics. Was a real nail-biter. And it was an elimination game. And Canada, well, in case you haven't watched it yet, you should watch it. We're happy to have you here too, Q. So this is a song I wrote about hockey. And the biathlon song that I just sang, each chorus was a go around the range, because you go around, you end up doing 5 loops with 4 stops to shoot. And so the structure of my hockey song is in 3 periods, as in a hockey game. In the stadium, all standing, take your hat off for the anthem. Listen for the starting lineup, facing off, center ice, drop the puck, let's go. Scrape of skates, the whack of sticks, echo through the rink. Fast hands, fast feet, flying, gliding over the ice. Don't blink, don't breathe, gripping the edge of my seat. 97 miles per hour off the stick of the left winger. From a pass way out in center, ancient violence and triumph, blood, sweat, and missing teeth and tears. Person spends their whole life dreaming, drilling to exhaustion, skill, strength, willpower, and grit. Down 3 goals, no time remaining, blood is high and tempers flaring, penalty box overflowing, high stick, cross, check, back, self, chirping, stop the play, drop the gloves, uppercut, thrown out, fast hands, fast feet, flying, gliding over the ice. Don't blink, don't breathe, gripping the edge of my seat. There we go. Hockey. I think that is simply called hockey. That is my hockey song. So we watch all the biathlon at the Olympics. We watch as much of the hockey as we possibly can. And then we watch all the figure skating. I love figure skating. And I had wanted to, Loudon Wainwright III has a song about Tanya Harding called Tanya's Twirls, and that's what I thought I would learn to do a figure skating song, but I don't really like the lyrics. They weren't lyrics that I would sing. There's some language that I don't use when I sing, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna cover this song. What am I gonna do for figure skating? And then we were watching the figure skating at the Olympics, and the next 2 pieces that I'm gonna do for you have to do with figure skating in some way. But so there's an ice dance. So in figure skating, my favorite of the 4 figure skating disciplines is the ice dance. I think it's the most interesting. We do need a sports. I am slowly, I am getting there. I have at least 4 sports songs, and like of specific sports, not even 5 sport. I'm getting there. And I don't know if I'll write a song for every sport that I like, but anyway, I'm going to tune this, make sure this is in tune while I talk about this. So anyway, I was like, well, what am I going to sing for you guys to talk about figure skating? But anyway, we were watching the ice dance. Right, I was saying I like ice dance. It's really, I like choreography and movement, you know, so ice dance really does it for me. And there's a pair from the UK called Fear and Gibson. Or maybe it's Gibson and Fear, but anyway, Fear and Gibson. And they were doing a routine. They did a Spice Girls routine for their short program, but then for their long program, they came out and there was a piece of music. And you know, in figure skating, like, there's often, like, maybe you don't know, maybe you don't watch figure skating. So in figure skating, they put their program together and they need music to cover that program, and some needs to be slow and some needs to be fast and exciting depending on what their moves are. And people will often splice together different songs. So they came out and they were playing, they had these Scottish tartan costumes, and this song comes on and I was like, oh, I cover this song. And then halfway, partway through the program, it changed to another song. And I went, oh, I do this song as well. And then it got to the end of their program and it changed to a third song, and it was another song that I also do. So in honor to cover figure skating at this week's edition of the Weekly Warble on the theme of Olympics, here's a medley of the songs from Fear and Gibson's long program, free program. Sip of water before we started. When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And if I get drunk, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. By yon bonny, bonny banks, and yon bonny, bonny braes, where the sun shines over Loch Lomond, there me and my true love spend many happy days on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. You take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Excellent, excellent. There you go. There you go. I'm a very. That was a fine triple axel. There we go. That was Farron Gibson's, more or less Farron Gibson's musical routine. So then Farron Gibson got off the ice, and Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier got on, and they skated to this song. And this is another song that I absolutely love to do. And so I kind of was like, haha, I could put that in the Olympic set too. And then I got to thinking, and this goes back to what Marlis said about I could enter my biathlon song in when Olympic has a songwriting event. Well, the Olympics did used to have artistic events. There was Olympic painting. I think there was writing and poetry. There might have even been songwriting. And yes, absolutely. They should have got the gold. They should have got the gold for ice dance. I am with you. But anyway, all that to be said, I was like, you know what? This is a great song. We can do the little callback to the time when art was part of the Olympics. And Piper and Paul should have got the gold medal. They should have got the gold. Hello, Samuel. Welcome in. So here we go. Vincent, you were at the gym. Well, you know what? This is a show about the Olympics, so it's all par for the course in missing it because you were at the gym. So this is the music that Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier used for their absolutely phenomenal free skate routine. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills and colors on the snowy linen land. And now I understand what you tried to say to me. I had suffered for your sanity. I had tried to set them free. They would not listen. They did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue. Colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. And now I understand what you tried to say to me. I had suffered for your sanity. I had tried to set them free. They would not listen. They're not listening still. Perhaps they never will, for they could not love you. But still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight, on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget. Like the strangers that you've met, the ragged men in ragged clothes, the silver thorn, the bloody rose, lie cracked and broken on the virgin snow. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me. I have suffered for your sanity. I had tried to set them free. They would not listen. They're not listening still. Perhaps they never will. Starry, starry night. So yeah, that was what Gillis and Poirier skated to for their free skate. And if you haven't seen it, it's really worth heading over to YouTube and pulling up that skate. Thank you. All right, so we've got two more now. We're going to leave the sport-specific songs, and we're going to do two of the a big part of the Olympics is just giving her, right? So this song could be oh, thank you, Andy, thank you. This song pertains to anything in which someone is going to go do something, but it's for today it's about an Olympian. Maybe it's about Lindsey Vonn. Maybe it's about Madeline Skizis. I think it's about anyone. It's about anyone who decides to go do such a thing. Wish her luck. She's gonna go for it. Wish her well. She's gonna take the plunge. Cheer her on. She's gonna give it her all, come what may, come what might, she's gonna go for it. She's thought of all the reasons why she shouldn't, she's examined all the evidence she can't. The naysayers deny small-minded brain. She ain't gonna listen to all that. Wish her luck. She's gonna go for it. Wish her well. She's gonna take the plunge, cheer on. She's gonna give it her all. Come what may, come what might. She's gonna go for it. She's made a list of all potential pitfalls. She's been over the pros and cons again. The little voice did whine, but she paid it no mind. Cast those things aside and take the shot. Wish her luck. She's gonna go for it. Wish her well. She's gonna take the plunge, cheer on. She's gonna give it her all. Come what may, come what might. She's gonna go for it. She's imagined all the ways things could go horribly wrong. She's envisioned every outcome culminating in disaster. She's prepared for the best, but she's ready for the worst. Her second thoughts have passed and she's leaving it to fate. Come what may, come what might, she's gonna go for it. Wish her luck. She's gonna go for it. Wish her well. She's gonna take the plunge, cheer on. She's gonna give it her all. Come what may, come what might. She's gonna go for it. Come what may, come what might. She's gonna go, she's gonna go, she's gonna go for it. There, go for it. And that leads us to the last song. That leads us to the last song of the day. And this is, probably needs no introduction. This is Queen, and this was on yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good montage music. Thank you, Andy. And it should go on the sports album. Hey, I wasn't specifically thinking about sports when I wrote that, but it would work really well on an album with all my sports songs. I'll have to make this list. I'll have to begin this list. But yes, top of the list. every single playlist and thing I looked for when I was looking for songs. Yeah, I'm glad you got in here for a few too, Q. And of course it is, it's not the same when it's not live. It does stay up, so one can refer to them. Yeah, Shakira is a good... So actually, before I get to this song, which as I said, was at the top of all of the sports lists, every Olympics has a song. And I think Shakira has probably done an Olympic song on some years. And so I was considering doing like one of the Olympic songs, and the closest one that came was Gloria Estefan. Estefan has Reach, and I thought about doing that, and then I ended up deciding not to. But so every Olympics, like, they get some person to write a song, and it's the theme song for that Olympics. I don't know what the theme song is for this Olympics. Maybe it's just an opera piece, but they aren't songs that they have a lot of bad rhymes. is what, the one for the World Cup, that's the Shakira one. Is that the Shakira one? And yeah, exactly. You like to be here while it's happening. I get you, Q. Yeah, maybe for another sports song. We'll do Shakira for another sports song. But yeah, a lot of them were really like, I feel that the artists involved did not put their full effort into writing the lyrics. Gloria Estefan's one was quite good, but that was my feeling on the matter. And it was like, okay, I'm not going to do any of these Olympic themed songs. They aren't ones that I can feel good singing the lyrics to. But this next song, top of every Give Me Songs About Sports and Olympics by Queen is, of course, one of the greats. So we shall close our Olympic set list, our Olympic warble, with We Are the Champions.
Sheriff's and kicked in my face, but I've come through, and I mean to go on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. Champions, no time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows, my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it, and I thank you all. It's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose, and I mean to go on. Champions. Winner Takes It All, which I also do, was on some of the lists, but since it's really about the winner in a relationship, I decided not to include it. Although there has been an awful lot of marriages and breakups and that sort of thing at the Olympics, so perhaps the Winner Takes It All would have actually worked its way in really, really well. I was going to tell you what next week's theme is, but I actually don't know what next week's theme is yet. But I'll know soon. I'll know by tomorrow. I always have a number of potential themes sitting, and I usually pick them out for the whole month, but this month I only picked out 3. But
But there we go. There we go. So thank you so much for joining me today. As usual, I had fun putting these together, and I'm glad that I was able to do my brand new biathlon song for you as well. And we barely know how the song ends. Samuel, if you'd been here earlier, you would have gone. I did play one song today that the next time you hear it, the music could be completely different because I haven't actually finished writing it. But I have finished all the words and I have finished the structure. So there we go. But yeah, we'll see you at the Summer Olympics. In 2 years, there will be we'll do a Summer Olympics episode. But I will be back. My name is Kyla Tilley. I am a singer-songwriter, and I am here every Wednesday at this hour doing 10 songs on a theme. So we'll be back next week with a new theme. You'll see, if you check the, I always do a post with my schedule on the weekend of what's coming up, so the theme will go up then. But I thank you so much for joining me here today. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you out there. We'll see you out there. And I guess I should say, if you enjoyed this, please do hit the like, hit the subscribe. We can be back and doing more of these things. I could do Olympics part 2. Olympics will be over next week, though. The Olympics will be over. So we'll have another theme. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. And may your team win. May your team win, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Kyla doesn't know how anything works. See you next time.